you guys believe that the Torah was revealed by like Moses, right?
The commandments within the Torah in particular, right? It depends how far you want to follow the tradition. There's creed, right? Creed is like demagoguery, what everybody claims to believe in. So the creed in Orthodoxy is that Moses wrote the whole Torah scroll, right? It's a little hard to believe. Fine, at least in terms of 5 books of Moses. Even there's some pushback in the Talmud on who may have wrote the last few verses, or even possible chapters when Moses was no longer there. So they would concede that it was possibly Joshua, but they don't even have to go that far. But yes, the consensus is that Torah was transmitted through Moses. Yeah.
I see. So transmitted through Moses, but like different authors. That kind of brings me to my next question. Is I was reading about this. I guess it's like an age of like prophets thing. Like, do you believe that there could be more prophets who reveal like new books and all that, or
No,
no?
no.
Okay.
The job of the prophet is not there to bring anything new. They're there to point you back to what's old. That's one major difference between Judaism and any other offshoot, is that we don't believe in any sort of progression to our theology. The Torah tells us in Deuteronomy 12 and 13 that a prophet can't even add a new command. Thus, he's stoned if he does. So Islam and Christianity is built on progressive revelation. Our revelation ends at the end of Deuteronomy. So that's the major distinction. Now, we make a distinction between the prophecy of Moses and the prophecy of everybody else. Only Moses could bring something new to the mix. In the time of Moses, it was Moses himself who said, don't add or take away from the Torah. We compare that from a prophecy, right? Or we distinguish that from the prophecy that every other prophet would bring, which would essentially be either timeline of when God's going to exile you or when God's going to redeem you. And he's there to point you back to the original message of Moses, right? Or that was transmitted through Moses. That's the major distinction. Our prophets can't bring anything new.